Hello, Year 1 boys and girls and grown-ups. It's Miss Osler here with your English lesson for today. I'm going to read you a story. I'm going to read you this. Look up. I think some of you might have already had this story read to you, or you might have it at home. But that's not going to matter too much because we're going to explore it in a bit more detail. But first of all, we're going to have a look at our words of the week. So let's have a look and see what they are. Screen share. Here we go. Shall I click this one? Was. There was a big dog, and or there are lots of lollipops. Oh, there we go. Was and are. We might use those in our challenges a little bit later. Right. Before we read our story, I want to look at the first page. Now, as I say, you might already know this one, but it doesn't matter too much. We're going to look at the clues on this page. This is Rocket. Can you tell from this page what she's passionate about? Is there anything you can tell about her from this picture? What are the clues? I would like you to pause the video and speak to the person next to you and see if you can find some of them, and then come back and we'll unveil the ones that I found. Right, did you have a good old chat? Now, if you don't know this story, there are lots of clues in this picture as to what the story might be about or what Rocket is really interested in. Maybe you came up with some of these. Did anyone see this? A telescope. Here's her telescope. What about, I'm just going to circle the telescope there. Oh, what could she be interested in? What about this one? Oh, no, then we're going to see with this one. Space suits. Can you see her space suits? Yeah, she's got some space suits here, isn't she? And then she's even got one with the cat. What about this one? The wallpaper? How is that a clue? Oh, I can see. Yeah, look what's on her wallpaper. She's got some spaceships and some shooting stars. What else have we got? Maybe you came up with some of these. An astronaut, rocket star journal. Oh, now let's have a look. So the astronaut is over here. Did you find that one? And rocket star journal, you have to really look for that. It's there. That says rocket star journal. You might not have picked that one up. What else? We think she's interested in space, don't we? Yeah. So she's got a moon landing model down here. There we go. That's what they use to land on the moon. Drawings. Oh yeah, in her drawings, she's got space and the moon and the sun. I think that's a planet there. And what's the last one? Her pajamas. Well, her pajamas, got stars all over. Oh, I've just seen she's got star earrings as well. So we're pretty sure she's interested in space. Should we read the story and find out? So I'm just going to stop the screen share and start the story. So Look Up by Nathan Bryan. Every night before bed, I set up my telescope and look up at the stars. Mum tells me that I never stop looking up and my head is always floating in the clouds. But she can't tell me that I look up more than my brother Jamal looks down at his silly phone. Jamal says I'm called Rocket because I've got fiery breath. But Mum says it's because of a famous rocket blasted off into space the day I was born. All I know is that one day I'm going to be the greatest astronaut, star catcher, space traveller who has ever lived, like Mae Jemison, the first African-American woman in space. Did you know Mae Jemison went into orbit around Earth in the space shuttle Endeavour, even though she is scared of heights? Wow, that is very resilience raccoon, isn't it? I'm totally prepared. I've defied gravity, I've captured rare and exotic life forms, and built a ship to the stars. For today's mission, I'm going to see something incredible, the Phoenix meteor shower. I want everyone to see it with me, so I've made some flyers to hand out. There's our flyers. Come and see the Phoenix meteor shower with me tonight. Meet at my house, 7 p.m. Who's she going to hand it out to? Jamal is going to take me to the park to see the meteor shower, but first we have to go to the supermarket. While he's looking for the milk, I will be trying to find the astronaut food. Do you think she'll find some in the supermarket? I don't think she will. Did you know meteor showers happen when Earth moves through a trail of dust left by a comet? I didn't know that. Did you know most meteors are smaller than a grain of sand? Did you know meteors are bits of dust burning up into the atmosphere? Did you know the best time to see a meteor shower is when it's dark with no clouds? In the supermarket, when Kathy the cashier isn't looking, I grab the microphone. Tonight, come out and witness the amazing meteor shower. Everyone looks up. Kathy takes her microphone back as I hand out my flyers to the other people in the queue. I think Jamal might be a tiny bit cross with me. The Phoenix meteor shower will come soon. We better chop off the shopping and get to the park fast. Oops. That wouldn't have happened if you just looked up. Now Jamal is even more cross with me, and he says he won't take me to the park anymore. But when we get home, Mum saves the day. Come on, Jamal, she says, put that phone down and take your little sister to the park. Yes, I jump up and do my famous victory dance around the house. I grab my jetpack rucksack, but Jamal is still glued to his game. Wait till I've completed the level, Rocket, he grumbles. As we're about to leave, the doorbell rings. Wowzers! Everyone's here and they're all holding my flyers. To the park, I yell at the top of my lungs. We're all so excited. My neck is aching from staring up into the night sky, but I won't stop. I can't miss it. Suddenly, the park goes silent. Even the birds are holding their breath. Everyone points their telescopes and binoculars up at the sky. I think I see one. But it's just a plane flying overhead. Everyone moans and groans. We wait and wait and wait. It must be nearly time for the park to close, and one by one people start to go home. Maybe the Phoenix meteor shower was just a myth. Maybe that's why Jamal didn't want to come along. Maybe everyone is upset with me for wasting their time. I've never, ever felt this sad before. Jamal looks at me for the first time today. It feels like the first time forever. Turn my phone off, sis, he says. I'm sorry for making you wait in the freezing cold for nothing, Jamal. Let's go home. Suddenly, there's a big bright light in the sky. Look up! The Phoenix meteor shower. I'm speechless, Jamal says. He pulls out his flask and gives me a warm cup of hot chocolate. Yummy. We both sit down on the hill and watching the meteors zoom across the sky. Whoosh. I'm so happy we looked up and we saw them together. Did you know one day I'm going to have a meteor shower named after me? Oh, Rocket, she does love space, doesn't she? Right, I'm going to come back to sharing the screen because we're going to have a look at this in a bit more detail. So, what did you like about the book? Let's have a mini book talk. Can you pause the video and chat to the person next to you about what you liked about the book and then come back and see if they're the same as the things I liked? Right, well done. Let's see. Did anyone mention Rocket's famous victory dance? I loved that. I thought that was very funny. Did anyone mention this bit? I liked it when everyone arrived on her doorstep to go to the park together. I thought that was lovely. They'd all read her flyers and they'd all listened to her announcement in the supermarket. I liked it when Rocket told us lots of facts about meteors. Do you remember those? Like, I didn't know that a meteor could be as small as a grain of sand. How cool is that? What about this next one? I thought it was quite funny when Jamal got soaking wet by the car. It's one of those things that was probably quite funny, but you shouldn't laugh because he wasn't very happy, was he? Did anyone say this? I really liked it when Rocket and Jamal watched the meteor shower together. Right, now we're going to look at what you didn't like. So pause the video and have the chat to the person next to you. What didn't you like about the story? Oh, did you have a good chat about that? I wonder whether you came up with the same sort of ones as me. I really didn't like the way Jamal spent all day looking down at his phone. Do you remember that every day, all the time during the day? Oh, and I didn't like it when Jamal got cross with Rocket for getting wet. We're going to look at that in a little bit because it wasn't really her fault, was it? And I really didn't like it. It made me feel really sad when Rocket felt sad and thought everyone was upset with her. Did you get something different? Right, let's have a look. So, how can we tell what Jamal is feeling? Because he doesn't really talk, does he? Because he's always looking down on his phone. But when we're looking at books, we can look at the pictures and see the clues in the pictures, just like we did with the first page. So we can tell how Jamal is feeling by looking at his facial expression. Look, he's kind of just walking along and then he gets wet. Can you see he's not looking very happy? Can you pull that face? And then this one, oh, he's looking ever so cross. Can you pull a really cross face? How do you think Rocket feels in this picture? I think she looks quite excited there and then a little bit shocked. And then she's laughing, isn't she? And then this one, oh, I think she's a little bit worried. I think she's a bit upset because look, he says he won't take me to the park anymore. Poor Rocket. And have a look at this picture. Can you pause the video and chat to the person next to you? What do you think the people are feeling in these pictures? The top one, the middle one, and the bottom one, do they change? Pause the video and have a chat. Right. Well, I think in this first one, I think they are excited. They look, they're anticipating something. They're quite excited, aren't they? They're all looking up at the sky, apart from Jamal, and they all look really happy. And then what about this next one down here? Well, there's a few less of them, isn't there? A few fewer of them. Yeah, well, even Rocket is looking a little bit unsure, isn't she? They're not looking so sure. The kids seem to have got a bit bored. You can tell that. Do you think they've been waiting a long time? I think maybe they don't think it's going to happen. And then on this bottom one, what can we see from the picture? Well, Jamal is still looking at his phone. Yeah, Rocket looks a bit sad, doesn't she? And this woman feels, I mean, she looks like she feels a bit sorry for her. But then look up. Now, this picture, look at this picture. I think the colours make it look like there's been a bright flash above them in the sky. And look at their faces. What do you think they feel? Pause the video and chat to the person next to you. What do you think they feel? I think they are, they're looking up in wonder, in awe, in amazement. To me, it looks like they're seeing something magical. Their faces are, aren't they? Can you do that? Look, this one. And they're happy and they're pleased. And even Rocket looks quite astonished or enchanted. Right. So, what do you think they can see? These are some pictures of, well, these two here, this one and this one, these top two here, these are actual photos of meteor showers someone's managed to capture. How amazing is that? That's what it looks like during a meteor shower. And then the rest of these pictures on here, those are pictures from space. So they're taken from the Hubble Space Telescope, which is a telescope on a satellite all the way up above our atmosphere that is circling space and beaming all these pictures down to Earth. Look at this. You thought space was just kind of dark, but look at these bright, swirly lights. Now, I want you to have a think about those pictures for our task. Right, we've got a piece of music here, so the link will be in the dojo. I'm going to see if you can get comfortable, close your eyes and play the music. It's about 7 minutes long, so don't worry if you don't want to listen to it all, but maybe about half just to calm down and listen to the music nice and calmly. And imagine space or what Jamal and Rocket might be looking at when they look up into the sky and see that light. What does it make you think of? How does it make you feel? What might you see if you were in space? Try and think of those things as you're listening. And then I want to see if you can draw what you imagined. Look at these pictures here. These are all space pictures. How can you use color to show you how the music made you feel? What could you see? Were there twinkling stars? Were there swirls? Can you make some shapes? Think about shapes and color in the night sky and in space. What would you think if you were floating around in space? Then you can think of some describing words, some adjectives. We've done quite a lot of those recently, haven't you? What you imagined. And then you can see if you can write those around your picture. For an extra challenge, try and think back to those words of the week, are and was. And can you put your describing words into a sentence? Like, there are swirling lights above. There was a flash of light in the night sky. Think of some, see if you can make some sentences up with your describing words, and we might get some awesome orange out for those words of the week. So that is your task for today. On here, some links, some useful YouTube videos and things that are just about meteor showers. If you're interested in it and you want to learn some more, those are some quite nice videos to watch. Right, year one, I hope you have fun exploring space and listening to that music today. And I can't wait to see what you put on Class Dojo. I will see you very, very soon for another session. So take care, have fun. Bye bye.